Hey yo, what it do? This your boy Tony ToteBag, and this is Culture Topics.
Wow.
Salute to my hustlers and what's poppin' to my entrepreneurs. EDF stand up. Only on Amazon, baby. Shout out to that big bad East Dow fashion, man. What's up to everybody, man? Mississippi stand up. You understand what I'm saying? Cincinnati, big California. Stand up, Arizona, man. What up, what up, what up, what up? Louisiana, what's poppin', man? West Dallas, Oak Cliff, Highland Hills, man. What it do? East Dallas, stand up, man. In the studio today, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel good today. I'm going through it today, man. My allergies or whatever, I don't know, man. My sinuses is going crazy, man. Y'all hit that subscribe, man. I'm doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? I done crowd out here for y'all, man. So y'all represent for your boy, man. I don't know if you would call this a story. I'm gonna take y'all back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Not my hood, but a hood. You know. And then I'm gonna take y'all to the detention center. You know what I'm saying? This is a hood detention center. They kind of tie in together. But like I say, man, I don't really feel too good today. And this is not really a story, but this is all true, all facts, man. And I just had to kick something for y'all, man. You know, just push through. But anyway, so this story takes us to that big bad North, man. Forest and Ardelia, stand up. You already know what it is, man. It's on the map already. You know, Mo3, you know, rest in peace. He was repping that Forest and Ardelia. As well as, you know, a lot of other Lil Will, you know, a lot of other artists out the D, you know. I ain't gonna get into everybody's name, but y'all already know what it is. Me, myself, I've lived on Forest and Ardelia, man, about 3 or 4 times, to be honest with you. Forest and Ardelia. So that's how poppin' Forest and Ardelia is, man. That's where you go. When you first starting out, man, that's where you go when you want to get you some money. That's where you want to go if you just, you know, you want to see what's going down. You hit that North. So I'm with my boy, man. We riding around. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had a meeting with this meeting with the plug, actually. But you know, he was like the top dog or whatever, and other factions as well. So anyway, we riding. Then we pull up to these apartments, right, off of Forest. Pull up in these apartments off of Forest, and we go in, and there's this. I already know, you know, it's a worker, you know, a dope fiend. I spot him. He's at the table, and he's going to work. He's going to town on something. And then the guy that, you know, the top dude that we go to see or whatever, you know, so we greet him or whatever. My boy introduced me to him. So he's like, what's up? I'm like, what it do, you know? And then they kind of go off, you know, to the side to themselves. And so that just leaves me, you know, kind of like to, you know, walk around and just look around, you know, because like back then, you know, if you had a little status, whatever, you could walk around and look around and see, you know, see what kind of operation is going on here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do too much, try to be too nosy, but I want to see what's going on. So I go over to the you know, to the work at the table, and he cutting up a whole bunch of you know, narcotics or whatever, and he's cutting them all into dime $10 pieces. And he's putting them in these cereal boxes, right? Now think about that. Think about a cereal box, and then think about little bitty $10 pieces of drugs or whatever. He has about 4 cereal boxes filled with work, man, filled with narcotics, filled with Jennifer Aniston, filled with that Blake Griffin, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that's a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? So he just going to work. He ain't really paying me no attention, you know. I can just see exactly what he's doing. So that's why I was able to call, you know, let y'all know what he was doing, because it's obvious, you know, if you know what's going on. So I'm like, damn, you know, I get a tad bit nervous, just a little bit, because that's a lot of product, man, you know. And so I go into the kitchen, my ass. I go into the kitchen. I look on top of the refrigerator, man, and it's even more of those cereal boxes that worker had on his table. There's even more on top of the refrigerator. So you know Tony, yeah. I grab one. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's in this motherfucker. I grab it. I open it up, and it's full of produce, full of full of Nowinski, you know what I'm saying? Full of Cuban, full of Nash, you know what I'm saying? Full of give me one more. Full of Pee Wee Herman, you know what I'm saying? It's filled with it to the brim. I'm like, oh shit, and then it's like 10 more cereal boxes up there filled with that work. Man, I gotta let you know, man. I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to go. I want out of this motherfucker. I gotta let me out this motherfucker. Let me out, man. Nah, but I wanted to get out. I ain't gonna lie. I played it off and chilling because you know that it is what it is. To be honest with y'all, you know it is what it is. So I went back on the couch. You know, I went to the couch, chilled, watched TV, let them finish chopping it up, and then boom, that was it. We was gone. So, you know, I told my boy, I said, damn, that nigga got it going on up in that motherfucker. And he was like, yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, so-and-so, I ain't gonna say his name, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, yeah, that's so-and-so, you know, out of blank hood, you know, that boy got it. He got it sold up. So I'm like, I see, you know, he had a nice little, you know, those whips that they drive in the South with the big rims, and it's colorful, and 2 or 3 sunroofs on it, and all that, you know, and ostrich interior, all of that. He had that right out front, you know, one of his vehicles or whatever. So I'm like, damn, you know, I ain't never really met another guy that's outside of the hood that you know, do it like that, do it that big or whatever. So, you know, that was cool, but that was that. So we went on about our way, man. Now, boom. Now let's fast forward. Let me see, how long would this be? Damn, I can't remember. I don't know how many years, year or 2 or whatever. Maybe it's like a year and a half, something like that. Let's fast forward a year and a half, 2 years, whatever. Now, man, boom, I done got in trouble. I done got myself into some trouble, and I'm locked up, right? Ooh, I almost knocked the camera down. I'm locked up, right? And I'm going back and forth to court. Back and forth to court. When they take you to court, you know what I'm saying, down here in that Triple D or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you shackled, you know what I'm saying, you shackle your arms or your wrists are shackled, I believe, to your race, and your feet are shackled. I believe you're shackled to another inmate sometimes or whatever, and you kind of like have to shuffle. This is how you gotta walk, you know what I'm saying, when you're going back to court, if they want to handle you, you know what I'm saying, like that. And from what I remember, most times either I was shackled to somebody else or I was doing that little shuffle thing like you see them do on TV sometimes. So this particular day, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming back from court, you know what I'm saying, I'm mad, I'm doing my shuffle thing, you know what I'm saying, and as we're leaving from court or whatever, there's a group of people coming to court. For some reason, I'm first. I'm the first in line. So I'm doing my shuffle thing or whatever. And I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know sometimes in my stories, I tell y'all, that's when I'm in the dorm or whatever, but I've been trying to see if I see any of my homeboys or anybody I know or whatever. But this particular day, I'm just doing my shuffle looking forward. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see nobody in this type of setting. We all chained up like slaves and shit. And man, I'm doing my little shuffle, and I look, you know, I'm looking straight, and in the head of the line, coming towards me, is the plug. It's the plug, y'all. It was the plug, man. And I could barely recognize him though, but I had time to really focus on him since we both was in the head of our lines. Man, he had his beard was out to here. His hair was literally like out to here. His beard and hair was out to here. And man, when I tell you, dude, you know, anybody would, but I'm just the guy, I gotta just tell the story. He looked so, I'm pretty sure I looked defeated too. I ain't gonna lie, we all looked defeated. But man, he looked so defeated. defeated. He looked so defeated, man. He looked like he was done. And you know, so I had time to, hey, you know, like, what's up, you know what I'm saying? I had time, I don't know exactly what I said, I ain't gonna lie, but I had time to get his attention so he can see me, you know. And I'm like, you know, what's up, bro, you know what I'm saying, what's up? I think I called his name, to be honest with you. I'm like, you know, what's up, blank man, you know. And he just looked up at me, and I could tell he recognized me, he acknowledged me, he shook his head up, and he just kept doing this shuffle, man, put his head down and kept doing this shuffle. That shit, even though, I ain't gonna lie, even though I was in a whole lot of fucking trouble at that time, I had a bad day, you know, during the court proceedings that day, I actually, man, had compassion. I had space in my heart, man, in my mind to feel sorry for that dude, man. I don't know what type of trouble he had gotten himself into, but I do know what I seen in that apartment that day. And man, it had to be, you know, $30,000-$40,000 worth of chopped up product in that apartment alone. Probably more, probably $70,000 to $80,000 chopped up. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But that was the last I seen of him, and that was it, man. He did his shuffle going on in. I was doing my shuffle. We was doing our shuffle going on out. And I thought about it, man, and I shot you out, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you out there, if you free, no matter if you free or not, man, I salute you, man, and I shot you out. I hope everything worked out for you. That's gonna be about it for me, man. Man, my sinuses are going crazy, allergies going dumb. But I had to give my good people, man, I had to come bring y'all one, man. So that's the story of me going to one of the plug spot with my boy and seeing all kinds of you know, merchandise, Aniston, a whole lot of Bill Murray, you know, a whole lot of John Madden everywhere, you know. So that was that, man. And then later on, you know, when I got caught up for what I got caught up for, I saw the same dude, man, locked up. He in there with me. You know, so I ain't no telling what he was facing. I'm pretty sure he didn't give a damn what I was facing. So that's it, man. Y'all tell the people you love them. If you sincerely and truly love them, let them know you love them. Go on, man, give them a call, man, shoot a text to them or whatever, man, and just stand on that type of business, man, and just keep it real that way. I am your boy, Tony ToteBag. I am the founder of East Style Fashion. Only on Amazon, man. This is Culture Topics. And I guess I'm out, man. Peace.